So, Angela, as an RTO, myself operating as an RTO, in your opinion, during an AQTF 2010 audit, what are some of the best ways that I can help, as an organisation, help in order to see what it is that we do as an RTO?
Okay, yeah, I think the planning stage of the audit is quite critical, and they discuss that in the audit handbook. Conducting and providing a self-assessment against the AQTF requirements, AQTF essential conditions and standards, as well as the guidelines, is quite critical. So that you really, you and your staff really get to know the AQTF standards and conditions, and you know how they apply to your business. So you can paint that picture of competence, if you like, about what you do and why you do it, and how it meets the standards. So the AQTF audit handbook is also very useful when it comes to doing that. Also preparing an overview of the organisation and detailing the continuous improvements and changes that you've made to the business. Having sufficient staff available is also quite critical, and having those staff quite well informed about what the AQTF is, how it applies to their job role, and how they can articulate to the auditor relevant information about the quality of their training and assessment, or their administration processes, or so forth. And so I suppose painting that picture of competence, so thinking about if you're being interviewed by the auditor, what would I say, how would I describe what I do, which often takes a little bit of thinking about.
What about good examples of good practice that might sort of help me as a base to work from, that would support me, during an audit? What could I find, stuff like that?
I think regularly liaising with the industry skills bodies is quite a good idea. They often have great examples and information on their website. Fact sheets are available on our website about audits and what you can do to sort of help yourself through an audit. Checking your last audit report and looking at your areas for improvement, and also any non-compliances, if you've had any, what's happened with those, how you've moved on and how you've improved. And again, the audit handbook does provide a few good examples as well.
Excellent.
Reframing the Future did have on their publications some examples of good practice. So if you can look at the websites which now tap into Reframing the Future information, they provide links to Reframing the Future now, because they've actually finished as an entity, and but they have some fantastic information on good practice. Okay, that's great. What about to help my staff understand the importance of meeting the AQTF guidelines? Are there any PD opportunities that they can sort of take up? Yes, well, our education and training support team do provide professional development services to clients that can assist them to develop a sound knowledge of the AQTF. So I've gone out to a number of RTOs now, and I've developed an RTO business model, and I map the AQTF to the RTO's business. So if they'd like to look at that service, even if they're quite a small RTO, they may get a group of RTOs together, and I can come out and visit them, or we could organise a session in here at the Feast. So even if you're small, it doesn't mean that you won't get to take advantage of the service. So let us know, and of course if you're a bigger RTO, often the RTOs have had all their staff attend, which is really good, because the AQTF is the responsibility of all staff members. It's not just the compliance manager or the CEO. All staff members need to know about the AQTF, because it's really it's just what you do every day in your job role. It's quality training assessment processes supported by quality administration and leadership, and that's what we work within. That's our environment.
Okay, so Angela, as an RTO, what happens if I don't meet new standards?
Okay, this is a fairly broad question. So not meeting AQTF requirements can lead from anything to anything from recommendations regarding areas for improvement to ceasing an RTO's registration. So there's quite a wide depth and breadth there, depending on the nature of the non-compliance. Some examples may be no new enrolments, not approving extension of scope applications, additional site audits, and greater monitoring of your RTO. So there's a whole range of things that obviously can happen depending on the severity, and there is a risk management guidelines that the auditors follow and that the delegate follows, so it's not just this is what we'll decide. It's all quite strict and risk assessed.
Okay.
And you can look at that risk assessment information if you'd like on the AQTF publications.
Okay. Okay, excellent. So now, Angela, if I said to you, you were the RTO fairy godmother of the world, and you were to grant 3 wishes to me as an RTO, what would you grant me that would help me meet the AQTF guidelines?
Okay, I would grant you 3 wishes. The first one would be that your management systems are responsive to the needs of clients, staff and stakeholders, and in the environment in which your RTO operates. Now, to help you do this, we have the Department of Trade and Economic Development that support business enterprise centres and regional centres, and they provide professional development, so you can help get your wish that way.
Excellent.
The next wish I would wish for you is that you have regular and productive staff professional development across the whole of your RTO, supported and led by management. The third wish would be that the quality of your training and assessment across all of your operations, due to your professional and skilled staff and their ability to design courses that meet industry and training package requirements, and their ability to customise the training and assessment to meet the client needs and produce quality graduates. So I'd wish you quality training and assessment.
Excellent. Angela, thank you so much for your valuable information. I'm sure that it's going to really help a lot of people, and especially where we can sort of go and get more help and get professional development if we need, and so that we feel that we don't have to operate in isolation or as a silo. Thank you once again for your time.
That's great. Just what I didn't say, just one other thing. Yeah. Thank you very much, Marina, for doing this whole project and sharing this information. If anyone would like to contact us regarding professional development, our general number is 8226 3065, or you could send an email to myself, Angela Castle, or Margaret Thornton, my manager, and it's mine would be angela.castle@sa.gov.au.
Excellent. Thank you, Angela. You are a gem. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina.